blimey, is this still going? No, we're nearly there, aren't we? Well, it's kind of weird playing on this small map, because in some ways I feel that quite early on in the game I had connected everything and achieved everything which could possibly be achieved. But then I come back and I open this window and... no, not in the slightest. Endless optimization. Oh, Gloucester Central's really upset. Oh. I know what's happened there. Did we not spot that in the last episode? Gloucester Woods. Woods. That's what we need. More loading. This is going to be Gloucester West. There we go. That's not helping the good situation. So steel is still an issue. Yes. How could I fix steel? Since it goes over there. We're kind of out of capacity there. But I could do some distant joining. Oh, no. No, I couldn't, because the local authority doesn't allow... didn't we go through this last time? Didn't we go through all of this? Oh, what it's this thing, isn't it? It's because there's so many AI stations, which it's just built, and then it's left them kind of there. My rating drops to appalling almost immediately, because the local authority is just penalising me for having too many stations which are not funded. Mediocre. Can I demolish this house? Yeah, I think that's one of theirs. I think that will be okay. I've gotten pretty lucky with the bribes of late. I'm kind of expecting to get more of the kind of you are in trouble with the that bus. Those buses have just been sort of wandering up there pointlessly. Hereford North. Yes, distant join. Okay. Yes, those busters. Those busted. Yes, after having joined with McFly, those busted have gone up there and... they're still going up there. It's just an endless supply of buses that just want to hurl themselves against the... Oh, why are we getting like this? How much bribing do I need to do? I'm going to get caught. I'm going to get caught. I'm going to not get caught. Yay. Right. Let's get that out of there. And so that should go along there. And along here. And along here. And along here. Am I going near the factory? Where is the factory? It's down here. Okay, so we go down here. Then if I build a sort of superstation around here, while the buses are sort of wandering around, so Gloucester Woods. Yes, Ross local authority now. Nobody likes us. We're like a sort of not very good punk band in the early 1980s. Oh, sorry, the mid-1980s. Nobody wants to book us. Nobody wants our stations. Right, okay, there we go. Hereford North. Load up with steel. And then we go down to Gloucester Woods and unload steel. And let's have a lot of those so we can now get more steel out of there. Yes, there are road vehicles. Vitally important contribution to the game. You'd better not go down there, because I will be very annoyed if you do. And there we go. Another group of steel. They only need one group of steel, really. There we go. I think we need more than that. I think we need a lot more than that. It's just cleaning vehicles. You're cleaning vehicles until your CPU gives up. That's what should happen with a modern CPU in a kind of very old strategy game. So anyway, onward this rolls. 2045 now. What next to fix? Just loads of vehicles. All I can hear is vehicles starting. So Hereford North is still my biggest problem, but it should be on the way to being fixed. This is now my other biggest problem. And why do these trains keep not really going anywhere? I'm going to track this, I think. So I want to see where it goes and why it's so slow. So that's fine. That's all fine. Wanders down there. Okay, so we have a pause here. And we need to get back up to speed. That's fine. That's just one pause. Onward, yes, goes down here. Fairly full speed through here, full speed. Okay, and now we have a second pause. Now we're slowing down. Okay, right, and that's the station here, which I never really got to do anything useful with. But maybe it should be. Let's see if I can do anything useful with it now. I don't know that an extra platform is going to help. That's the only thing. I think it might just store trains. I mean, that's all it's going to be able to do. So, let's give it a try. Can't harm anything. Okay, so what I could do is put that there. That then goes through there. Let's see how that works out. So. Well, there's fewer trains queuing up. There's a train. Okay, so it's going slow now. It comes back up here. So this is a bottleneck. Oh, no. It's going back okay. There's a slow bridge there, but that shouldn't be causing too many additional problems. Bridge upgrade here. How strange. Yet, yes, it just doesn't seem to ever get to a point where there are enough trains here. And I could do road vehicles as well, but that feels a bit ridiculous to do that. Colford Woods has the same problem. They're a bit slow going through here, aren't they? Yeah, it just takes a while for them to get back up to speed when they've all sort of paused in there. So it's happening. It's going along. Yeah, so this is kind of the weird thing with this game, that I say there's nothing to connect, but there's all of this micro-optimization to do, where there's not enough space to do it. I know I could have built huge side-by-side tracks and hubs and things while I was setting the game up, but I find it more fun to sort of have the challenge of trying to optimize this sort of point. Maybe that will help. The way I loaded the console there. Yes, there's a lot of the acceleration is quite slow, so this is a big bottleneck. Let's get a little bit more signal density into that. Okay, so okay, they're just dashing their vehicles against that. So yes, you see that this actually takes quite a bit of capacity out of the network. I wonder if the solution is just to get to that sort of last-ditch kind of desperation where we just make this have a higher signal density through here. I don't know, there's only a couple of places really where the couple of places, there's only a short stretch where these actually conflict, I think. So, how many trains go down here? Not many. Yeah, this is almost completely empty, so what we could do here, I think this is maybe a bit prematurely optimized. I'm going to get rid of that. Boop, boop, boom. Yes. And that. And hopefully, depending on local authority mood, I think it's okay. That will give me just enough kind of space to go down here. Yes. That's a problem. Yes. Right, so Chipping Sodbury seem to like me quite a lot. And this is where micropros are. They're just pleased that I'm playing the local game. Right. Okay, so this now provides an alternate route to get down here. We do that. That should force trains to go up there because the likelihood they can reserve a path through there is a lot lower. Maybe it should be. Okay, now. Okay, so that goes back down there at that point. That's actually reasonable. That's made a reasonable improvement to that junction. It's not amazing, but it is better. Wow. I'd have thought there was still optimization left in this game at this stage. I still gets no better. It's producing its maximum now. So that should be, if I can get that to start going down, maybe just one more train, that should be okay. And now Exeter. Exeter, rating's fairly good. I think that just needs more trains. That's going to cause a similar problem again. You know, we're going to have more trains out on the network, more trains getting in each other's way. Yes, Exeter's now worth the Merthyr, so I think Oakhampton is the next one. So let's just have more trains. Anyway, just going to keep building trains until I get sort of a jam situation. It's sort of nice blueberry, I suppose. Or indeed, the Paul Weller Band, but I think I've made enough references to the jam for one game. It's the entire game across every piece of media I ever make for it. What's it doing? It's still got loads of steel. Still. That's sort of going down, maybe. Maybe not. 3,000 tons. It should be able to handle 3,000 tons. That should be okay. Okay, so Cheltenham North is a bit livestocky. Oh, yes, a lot of livestock being produced here. I think we're at the loading limit of the trains, so yeah, not sure there's much I can do with that. Merthyr Heights is maybe iron ore. Maybe just another one of those. Not too many. Oh, well, it's not even at full production. It could get worse. Oh, we will live with it for now. And it'll be fine. That map. Was that one of mine? I don't think so, no. No, is this nonsense, that's fine. What this AI is doing. There's iconoclastic transport right up the top, and most of them. There's a grey AI. Grey AI seems to do okay. Cardiff Transport seems to do okay. The book bus haulage seems to... Yeah, they're surprisingly profitable. Which AIs are running these? SimpleAI, CivilAI. So, yeah, most of them are CivilAIs, but there's one SimpleAI. Stop dashing them against there. Just no. No. Deny it. So anyway, all of South Wales and the entire South Welsh coastline has now been turned into this sort of enormous urban conglomeration of towns and whatnot. Even tree islands being colonised. Busy planning restrictions have been lifted in this, well, yes, Free Republic of Slade is lovely and big. Slade just continued getting more and more popular into the 2040s. It sort of turned Noddy Holder into one of those sort of heads in a jar or something. Oh dear. Dare I look at this again? So now, grain is now the problem here. Oh, joy. Yes, I know. Those trains, but because the slow loading of maglevs, the trains that I use for this have now become horrendously inefficient. And also... yes. So this now has, Cheltenham North has too many trains queuing up for it, so I don't think we need too much more queuing space. I think we just need a little. But, yeah, it's kind of challenging to actually get to the room to do this. So what you probably need to do is get rid of this when the train can advance. Get rid of that. Okay. Do that. It's going to go there. That's going to go across there. So this is just going to let us hold one additional train. No, it's not, because gradients don't work like that. So there we go. So this is all just going to let us hold one more train once this is all working. Go on, off you go, off you pop. Get a move on. So one additional train's worth of space, and maybe also do the same round here. And that, you'd like get enough? Yes, that's enough for another train to sit there. So maybe at the cost of some efficiency for that station, but that should solve some of the livestock problems. A jam due to bad station design, which was just not having enough space for the trains to stack. And this, by the way, this is one of my bugbears with the world of OpenTTD. Whatever. And I see it sometimes, like the science videos, I will get comments about this, that people seem to miss what actually causes problems. Stuff like this. But there we go. There is a problem being caused. Directly there. And what's happening there is that this train is trying to get to a station where the station and the entrance, the combination of those two things, does not have enough capacity to store all of the trains, which might feasibly visit it. Good, that's not one of mine. And so that's extending out onto the main line. And people go all sort of things. They go, oh no, you shouldn't put signals there. They're after the junction. You shouldn't do that. Station design is bad. It doesn't allow for this. And actually, no. The problem simply is lack of storage. But yes, everybody misses the actual real underlying cause, which is if you have a station which cannot store all of its trains, it is possible for it to jam your network. If you have a station which can store all of its trains, sooner or later it had to happen. How did you find that? How are you finding these things? think local authorities keep building these bridges and bits, and I don't know why the road vehicles keep sort of repathing and finding them. But yes, anyway, yeah, so... And that's it. And the thing is with that is... I lost the station now. Lost the station I was using to make a point. That was a good start. Or a good middle. Yes, about the middle of the episode. Well, near the end of the episode. We survived yet another one. Where was it? Where was it? Somewhere around one of these farms, isn't it? Actually, I should be able to find it just from the station list. Yes, so... Oh, dear. Oh, that's a really annoying one as well. That's going to be a pain. Because that's got quite a lot of stuff. So if I could get these trains to sort of... Not quite. Not quite. I think that's doing okay now. Hello, XCOM. Foiled XCOM. Didn't get to demolish everything. So that, I think, came from there. That came through there. That probably came through there. That probably went through there. And that, I think, probably went through there. Let's just get the signals sorted. So, as I say, before XCOM so rudely interrupted me. I wonder if everything can get to everything. In fact... And there we go. I think we have another one of those issues here, potentially. Yes, so there's not enough storage here. That's causing a problem. So yes, it doesn't really matter that much about where the individual signals are, because as soon as a train can kind of queue up on the main line, it doesn't matter whether it queues up here or queues here. It's still going to block things, and it's still going to cause a huge problem. So really, the thing you should be doing is, rather than worrying necessarily about signal positioning, although, consistent gaps and things like that help a lot, but in terms of just the pure mechanics of, is your network going to jam or not, just make sure that there's always storage for trains to stop. And actually, this is weird, because this is the advice which is actually given in the game manual. I mean, the online manual, not the original Transport Tycoon one from many years ago, which is all your signalling is about making sure that trains only stop where it's safe for them to stop. And that kind of means that here or here, if a train's waiting for this station, it's not a safe place for it to stop, because it's going to block that line. So there we go. Rant over on that, but it does annoy, because everybody's so obsessed about these rules, which are not actually useful rules, and kind of miss the point of what's actually trying to be said. Oh, that's weird. This actually is this. Now, having said that, I also missed the point a bit here, which is this is not a problem because it's a loading station. It's a problem because it's an unloading station. And these trains are just painfully slow at unloading. Or, no, they're not painfully slow at unloading. They're painfully slow at getting back on the network. Why are they painfully slow at getting back on the network? Because there's something happening up. Whoa. Well, that's a problem there. That doesn't seem to be actually helping at all that. So let's get rid of that, because that doesn't really help if that's there. In fact, I don't know why that's so... These keep following each other. So that goes there and goes there. But is this actually helping at all? So why is this so slow around here? These are waiting here. Okay, so there's a problem getting into Bournemouth West, which is slow. And these are actually because these aren't unloading fast enough. And there's not really much you can do about that because run out of space. So, though that's going to Clifton Annex. Why is it going? Oh no, loads at Bournemouth Woods. That's fine. It's not fine that it's there, but this seems to be getting absolutely destroyed by waiting. Okay, so that might help. I might bring a little bit more into there. Yes. So Bournemouth Woods, I think, has just hit its unload capacity. And there's really nothing else that you can build here. And there genuinely is. There's nowhere to go from here. So I think we've hit our capacity there. I think that genuinely is all that there is. There's not anything more able to happen on this. Yeah, and yes, and it is purely sort of lack of space. I mean, there's not really a possibility to move that further up. There are, in the goods trains, there's a couple of spare platforms, I suppose. There's, yes, it's not. Actually, that platform always in use, yes. That would just slow down that coming into there. So I think we've hit the limit, although I'd say it's moving a little bit better. That's not really, is it? What does worry me is I've got these coal trains, which have to share the tracks. And that's going for Hereford Woods, so that is actually trying to get to there, which is trying to get over to there. So if I could bring this somehow through here. Okay, so discovering why I didn't bring that somehow through there before. Well, that's not very busy, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to bring that up there. One of these lovely little formations like that. And then I'm going to go demolish some things here. Last vestiges of some sort of motorway. And then, right, okay, so I need to get somewhere around here. This may not be easily possible. I need to go over that, so I need to remove the road. This is not going to help that much with capacity then. Can I get Yeovil to be pleased with me? Yes, I can. I can get them to be at least a little pleased. That's my depot, that will help. So... Can I get rid of that? Oh, yes, right. That's going to help a lot. Because I'm now going to be able to get rid of... I'm getting away with a lot of bribing. I really am. The last few episodes have just been absolute bribe fests. Right. Oh. Stop that. Okay. Can't really stop that. That's fine. The trains won't slow down that much. So this is going to be an escape route for some of the coal trains, which are just slowing down. So will that work? Will that actually function? And so I have this problem here where this is waiting. Yes. Okay, good. So that now gets maybe the odd coal train. going up there, which is going to help that little section of network a bit. Maybe not as much as I would like it to. So yeah, so those are still going to go slow. Those are still going to wander off there slowly, but... And yes, and so your other issue here is coal trains now coming into there. There's no way for them to get away. So unless I go with... Yes. Oh, what? No, okay, that was not one of mine. I'm nervous there. That was actually going to be one of mine, and I was going to have to tell it off. Okay, so this now needs to come up through here. This has got to fail at some point. How am I getting away with this? I invented some sort of futuristic bribematic system that lets me permanently get away with local authority bribes. Okay, so that's going well enough there. Yay, right. That is a thing. Look at that. We are almost there. So now those coal trains that come into here can escape as they go along here. So it's not going to help wood trains. It's going to help. And there's less of a queue up there. So that should get things moving a little bit better. A little. That's a tiny bit. Anyway, it has been 32 minutes of me just endlessly fiddling with the network. And it's still not working, because that is its wound. So I shall see you in a future episode.